Grand Rising. Good day. And good night. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to Elohim Emmett's channel. Welcome to 144 from the stars. Terrell, let's go ahead and give Odin a treat. The name of God that we chose translates to true God. You can find Elohim Emmet in the book of Jeremiah at chapter 10, verse 10. 10:10, y'all, 10:10. Endings and beginnings. All right, let's find out. The totem for this message is a bald face hornet. Okay. All right. I'm going to be reading from the book Yeshayahu. Isaiah. I'm going to be reading from chapter 38. I'm going to read the first 8 verses. In those days was Yekizikiyahu sick to death, and Yeshayahu the prophet, the son of Amoz, came to him and said to him, Thus says Yahuwah, set your house in order, for you shall die and not live. Then Yekizikiyahu turned his face toward the wall and prayed to Yahuwah and said, Remember now, O Yahuwah, I beseech you, how I have walked before you in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in your sight. And Yekizikiyahu wept sore. Then came the word of Yahuwah to El Yeshayahu, saying, Go and say to Yekiziyahu, Thus says Yahuwah, the Elohai of David, your father. I have heard your prayer. I have seen your tears. Behold, I will add to your days 15 years, and I will deliver you and this city out of the hand of the king of Ashur, and I will defend this city. And this shall be a sign to you from Yahuwah, that Yahuwah will do this thing that he has spoken. Behold, I will bring again the shadow of the steps, which is gone down in the sundial of Akaz, 10 steps backwards. So the sun returned 10 steps, by which steps it was gone down. I'm being drawn to read verse 14. Like a crane or a swallow, so did I chatter. I did mourn as a dove. My eyes fail with looking upward. O Adonai, I am oppressed. Undertake for me. A righteous man was dying, and God added a decade and a half to his life. Also delivered him and the city out of the hands of a not so great king who had a lot of power and authority over stuff. It wasn't great. Then defended them and literally caused a miracle in the sky that was like undeniable. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to take note of that. Also, bald face hornet. This reminded me of the red-lipped batfish called face hornet. Okay. Let's find out. True God. True God. What would you like the collective to know? I feel like there is a tower. And this is, probably a devastating tower for someone else. I don't know. Depending on who they are and what they are and how they're being judged. But I feel like it's a relief and a reprieve for whoever this message is for. Wow. Yeah. Death. And the Wheel of Fortune came out right underneath it with the Page of Swords. So this Page of Swords with the Queen of Cups and the Tower. Tower, Wheel of Fortune, Death, Page of Swords, Queen of Cups. And then the Magician, Nine of Cups, and Justice. And the Sun. Oh my goodness. This feels like an act of prayer, but also like, have you ever prayed out of mourning? Have you ever fought out of pain? Well, I am sensing something along those lines and a miracle happening. A big change, a powerful one that can't be denied, and for some it can't even be escaped. Six of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune. Page of Swords too. So like, you're going to witness something and then you're going to be free. You're going to see this tower. You're going to see the Wheel of Fortune turn in your favor. You're going to see this tower close out a cycle for you, and you're going to move forward. Okay. And then the Sun. What's there not to like about the Sun card, right? Okay. So like, this is really like, I was at a moment. Like, I'm feeling the energy of whoever this message is for. There was a moment where you cried out of pain, or you, like, in dire straits. This is kind of one of those like moments where like the last minute something breaks for the better. I'm also feeling this energy of like acceptance and humility, love and faith, and then God moving mountains for you. I'm going to share some testimony. It's actually not that distant of a testimony too. It's still recent, and the man is still alive. There was a man in Trina and my life, my wife and I's life, and he was a good man. He lived a hard life, and he was really hard on his body in his younger years. And but he was a father, and he was a good father. He made mistakes, but he did what he could to right them. No man is perfect. He had been on the right path for some time. And besides his kids, which were now growing up and graduating and moving out, he didn't have anyone. He was kind of, I wouldn't say forgotten, but no one really paid him any mind or paid attention. Even though he was definitely the remaining man of that household or family. He was dying. This man was dying. He had heart attacks, strokes. He had several back-to-back visits to the hospital. They were pretty dire. It tore his daughter to pieces. She walked in on him like almost not alive. Scared the shit out of her. She called us a mess. Obviously so. That's her dad. You know, she didn't have anyone else. And I remember petitioning and praying to God. Because in many ways, I knew that this man's time was coming. You know, he had lived his life for the most part. You know, when you can just kind of tell. And I could feel it in my soul. Now there's geese. That was interesting. I felt it. You know, he came, he made decisions, he learned lessons, he lived a hard life, and he raised beautiful kids. And you could kind of tell where even he himself was just kind of biding his time. I don't know if you've ever met someone like that that's alive, but they're still kind of biding their time. And I remember praying to God and petitioning that God would wait. That God would wait for this man to return to him. I said, God, just wait just long enough for this man to see the joy of his daughter finishing high school and getting accepted into college. And for this man to see Trina and I get married. Wait, God. Extend his life just long enough for him to see some more joy before he passes. And this man is still alive. And he did. He saw his daughter graduate. She almost didn't make it into college. And then about 6 months later, got into the one that she wanted to. He witnessed that. He witnessed Trina and I getting married. He witnessed grandchildren that bring him joy. And he's still alive. God answered my prayers. And he was literally dying when I prayed that. He was dying in the hospital when I prayed that. I mean, I don't think dying is necessarily the right word. He was. He was code blue. And he came back and is still alive to this day. I'm not sure why I felt led to share that testimony. It's personal. It's not really something that I need to be talking about necessarily, but I felt God wanted me to share that. I have seen miracles happen. And I think it is very good in faith of God to know that miracles can happen. And I have seen miracles happen in other people's lives, and it strengthens and restores their faith. I've also seen miracles happen when it feels like the case is closed and it's a done deal, whatever it is. It feels unrepairable. It seems undoable. It seems too late. And I've seen God move things around and make a way. I've seen prayer move heavens and earth. God loves us, and God hears us. And there's an energy that I am sensing in this reading that is heavy. It was heavy on the heart, and it was a serious moment. And this is kind of one of those moments that has you crying out to God. And I'm literally seeing and feeling in this reading the energy of God performing miracles on your behalf. We have the Sun card. Good news. Empress energy with the Sun card and the Three of Pentacles. Something is working out. The wheel is turned in your favor. There's an energy of justice in this too. I have witnessed miracles take place where justice is a big tone in it. And I'm feeling a similar hand in this. And I bet it's awfully devastating for whoever was doing this crime, because I feel how terrible the judgment is for them. And I feel the redemption on the other side too. On the other side of the scales. Whoever cried out and prayed. I feel the salvation. I feel the redemption. I feel the miracle, the blessing. I've seen lives be saved because of prayer. Not just in that testimony I gave. I mean, heck, Odin has almost died twice. Once because he was poisoned by someone that wanted to kill him. And another time because of death magic that was sent towards us, and he took it. And he's still here, sleeping sound. The power of prayer, y'all. The power of prayer. God heard your prayer, and there's a miracle. 10 of Cups. Another Sun card. And the 2 of Cups. And I know it might have seemed like these came out reversed. They didn't. They landed in my lap, in the upright. And they just kind of fell from my lap. Also, it's the energy. The energy is literally very much upright. You can feel it. If you were here and you could feel the cards, you would feel that these are 2 suns in the upright, a 2 of Cups and a 10 of Cups. This is a miracle. I don't know if you prayed for a loved one. I don't know if you prayed for you. I don't know if you prayed for you and a loved one. Like, this is like, God, we are in dire straits. There's no way out of this. And a miracle happened. I'm being reminded of so many prophets right now. We've read from the book of Isaiah. We quoted a name of God that's from the book of Jeremiah. And I was just thinking about Elijah right before I started this recording. The star. The star. There is some kind of wish being granted. This is a miracle. Worries have been released. Whatever you were worried or stressed, whatever was on your mind, whatever was heavy on your heart, whatever this burden was, is being lifted off of you. I'm really kind of getting the feeling that for someone, there may have been an injustice that led to a loss. And out of the pain of this grief and this loss, there was a very powerful cry for God. And God is our Savior. I feel it. This is very emotionally charged. It's good news, but I can feel the pain that led into this. And I'm feeling like a scenario of this maybe involving a child, and maybe the loss wasn't that like a life necessary. Maybe the loss is a relationship between a parent and a child. Maybe it's not permanently severed, but it was heavily damaged. And I'm feeling the energy of it was heavily damaged due to manipulation. There's an energy in this collective reading that feels a lot like a parent who, in the mourning, in the pain, in the grief of having to let a child go or having to experience the pain of losing a relationship with a child, because as an effect, like this is an effect of other people being in this child's ear and playing on things and manipulating. I mean, this is cruel. This feels like someone wanted to hurt someone by taking something dear to you away from you. And in that pain, crying out to God. And then things shifting. And I'm feeling a very terrible judgment coming upon some people or a person in particular. And I'm also feeling the energy of protection. Like someone is going to be safe during this. Someone's going to be kept safe during this. We have the Ten of Pentacles, and this very well could be talking about family. We have two suns out here, the cups, two of cups, 10 of cups, like your spiritual family, your heavenly family on earth, deep soul ties, deep bonds, spiritual warfare, psychological and emotional manipulation with gaslighting, lies, and slander and deception, all intended to get someone to pull away from you, someone you love. There may be a family member that's involved in this. And now we've got this Death card. Ace of Swords underneath the moon with the Fool, with the Death card. Oh, Death card is oftentimes Scorpio energy with this moon, and we literally have a Scorpio new moon coming up. There may be a tower that is coming for an enemy to God or an opposition to someone in the collective who did something very wrong and hurtful. And there is going to be a loss of freedom and a loss of material. And that's what I'm feeling. That someone's going to lose their freedom or their material or both. And this is like as painful as this was, it's going to actually play out for the better. What I'm sensing is that, let's say someone, and I'm feeling this, like someone's got a kid and your kid was lied to about you, your kid was manipulated and gaslit, and so many people just had hands on this. And there was spiritual warfare on top of it. And maybe there was a little bit of grief and loss in the level of relationship and connection that a righteous parent who's viewing this message had with this child. And I am feeling that all of this is going to blow up in the people's face that did this to you and that child. Because I feel like they're filthy and they're dirty anyways. And there are things that perhaps this child, or if this isn't even a child, I'm sensing it's something else. Because this is a collective reading. I'm feeling a lot, but I am going to point out this micro within the macro. Whatever this loss of a relationship was with someone, there is this energy of like, they obviously don't know the full truth. And God is going to protect them while the truth is revealed. And the truth is going to be revealed in kind of a devastating way to the liars. The liars are going to go through a devastating grief and loss. And it's going to be so much worse than what they did to you. And it's what they deserve. Because they weren't even able to really do what they wanted to do to you. They wanted to break you, and they wanted this permanent. And then they wanted to keep whoever or whatever this is from you, and then continue to manipulate it, bind it, harvest it, attack it, and use it for their own selfish gain. But what's really going to happen is there's going to be a tower in the enemy's life, and whoever this other person is going to witness some undeniable truths. God said, for the son to take 10 steps back, and everyone witnessed it happen. That's undeniable. You can't look out there and tell me you didn't see that shit. It's going to be so clear, the revelation of this truth, and it's going to set people free. And it's going to break the spell that's over this person. So I don't know if this is a lover. I don't know if this is a child. I'm not sure what exactly this is. And for some of you, this is entirely different, but it's a similar energy. An injustice that led to a grief, a loss, a betrayal, a hurt, a cry to heaven, a miracle, truth coming out, deliverance, and justice. Hallelujah. That is the main thing I'm sensing from this. And if there are specifics of like people or a person you care about that's involved in this, I feel this layer of protection over them while this truth is revealed. And when this is said and done, your relationship with this person will be stronger than it ever was. You might even get apologies that you deserve, but you necessarily don't even care about right now. You just want what you love to be safe. But I think you're going to get a whole lot more than that. This is a very emotionally heavy, like y'all can't see my face, but I am crying. Bald face hornet. Bald face. Bald face. That's interesting. You know how like hair is symbolic of power, and then when you don't have any, you're being stripped of it. Face is like a front, what you're wearing, what you're using to appear as. Bald face. Death. A major, major tower. Whatever they were trying to build up against you, or build off of you, or take from you and use for their own benefit and gain, they're losing all of it. And if there's a loved one that has been under the effects of spell work or lies, they're protected during this, and they're going to see the truth, and they're going to come home. Queen of Pentacles, right when I say come home. Temperance. After this ending, you'll get your wish fulfillment. Ten of Swords with the Nine of Cups with the Temperance. That Ten of Swords ain't for you. That Ten of Swords is a breakthrough for the loved one that's deceived. And it's a painful, harsh, terrible ending for those that did this. Yeah, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. All of that. Because it's a lie. It's a fucking lie. This feels like someone has been attacking another parent, or has been attacking a single parent and their child. And this universe card and this death, and these two cards are smack dab in the middle of it. And this death isn't coming by itself. Like, it's coming with the fucking truth. It's the truth that's causing this change, this transformation of the situation and energy. And this universe it's all wrapped up. We're now in the full energy after the universe. We're starting all over again, fresh slate. And I do feel like people are losing their freedom. Now, the lie here is that the Empress is reversed. That's the lie. that someone isn't good for their child, or that someone isn't a good mom or a good dad. That's the fucking lie here. I really feel like a big portion of this reading is talking about a single parent. There's a lot of spirits that don't play about children. There's a lot of divine mothers that don't play about children. We got the judgment card at the bottom of the deck when I'm talking about this. And underneath it, 7 of Wands. Protection with this truth and ending. This Emperor is about to be an 8 of... yeah, this Emperor is about to be in 5 of Pentacles. I almost said 8 of Swords. And there's an 8 of Wands underneath it. We got this Devil, okay? This Emperor ain't a real Emperor. And this is the cycle that needs to come to a complete close and ending. That someone who is really devil energy appears to be upright, and someone who is actually an Empress energy, male, female, don't matter, you're actually Empress energy. You're the nurturer, you're the abundance, you're the provider, you're the love. And you're somehow what? Upside down? You somehow what? Not what you really are? Oh, and you and your kids, or whatever this Page of Wands is representing, like, oh, so that's a lie too? Oh, so everything you do is just a fucking lie? Okay. All right, collective. Spiritually speaking, I dare this Emperor to say it to my face. I break their teeth with my forehead with my prayers. I wouldn't give a fuck. You'd gash my head wide open. I wouldn't care. I'd sit there and look at him with the blood running down my eyes and tell him to say it again. Fortunately, no one's got to do that because God's stepping in. God is stepping in. So this Empress and the Pages of Wands, so I feel like it's more than one. I do. So I'm going to say Pages of Wands. Little flames running around that are really big flames. Probably bigger flames than the Empress, to be honest. A lot of chosen ones have children that way outrank them and are exceedingly gifted and chosen. So how the fuck day in the reverse? Nah, that's coming to an end. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a dead end. We done with that. This Emperor showing up in the upright. How the fuck you in the upright, Emperor? Maybe this 8 of Wands need to clip you in the ankle and knock you 360 back on your neck. Pull the rug out from underneath you. So much momentum, you spin in a few seconds before you smack the concrete. There's some bullshit. And then you're going to be in the 5 of Pentacles, Emperor, because you're really the reverse. Because you've actually been the devil, not the fucking lovers. This is like someone telling someone else, I'm the good influence, I'm the good person, I'm all this and that. And they're the fucking devil. And the one that's actually busting their ass and doing everything they can for their child or whoever or whatever this is, they're the ones being lied on, they're the ones being attacked, they're the ones alone, they're the ones not getting any fucking help. Okay. All right. I was very calm before I started this reading. Now I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. It's cool. It's cool. You got the strength underneath the lovers with the temperance. All of this anger, all this hurt, all this grief, all this sadness, all of this loss, all of this pain. It's okay. Temperance energy. strength, lovers. It's under judgment. This whole thing's under judgment. It's all under judgment. This King of Wands with the magician energy, judgment. This emperor who thinks he's in the upright, but he's really the devil, judgment. You being in the fucking reverse when you're the empress, double judgment. Fuck that. Hell no. Now I understand why that judgment felt so. I felt it at the very beginning of the reading, like before we even really got started. I felt like just beneath the surface, on the other end of this, there was like there's something really terrible about this judgment from God, and I see why. I see why it was so terrible. Because look what they were doing to an earth angel and their children, or their loved ones, or whatever. And this Page of Wands really, for real, might be like a passion, a project too. Like imagine this is like career unaliving. This Empress energy has a business idea or a passion or a talent that could change and save the world. You know, it ain't got to be that big, but for someone, it really kind of is. Like it's a big idea. It can grow. It can grow into something so much bigger. And then there's there's theft and there's slander and there's defamation. We're going to steal the idea from you. Then we're going to call you crazy. We're going to label you. We're going to blacklist you. We're going to put all this fake shit on you. We're going to take what's yours. We're going to live off of it. Fucking dump a bucket of gasoline on you and toss the match and walk away laughing. Okay, motherfuckers. That's how y'all want to play. Okay. All right. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands from the Hierophant. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. There's going to be an energy return too. Bet your ass. Fuck them. We going to turn fire into fucking judgment. And then with that judgment, it's going to decimate all their fucking earth. We're going to take back our cups, our fire, because everybody knows the swords. And we done turned all that fucking rubble into pentacle for us too. That's compensation, bitch. It's the least that can happen. I want the truth out. I want my loved ones safe. And I want my motherfucking money. Oh, it's going to be a cold day in hell. Mm-hmm. It's going to be kind of hard to drink a glass of ice water when it comes to you fucking frozen and your tongue's cut off, sir. Mm-hmm. Sitting there mocking you, sticking your tongue out at you while they took something that's yours. Okay. Go ahead. Keep sticking that tongue out, sir. An uppercut will fix that real quick. Did you know you have a major artery in your tongue and you can literally just choke on your fucking blood? I don't play with kids. Like, nah. Because there's definitely an energy in this where someone was trying to take someone's loved ones away. And that's why this is bringing out that kind of fierceness from me in this reading as the messenger of this, the deliverer of this energy reading. You ever heard like a reading before and it seems like the person that's reading the energy just doesn't even give a shit about what the person in the collective is going through? And it almost seems like they're laughing at it. That shit's cruel. I don't know if any of you know what I'm talking about. I don't need to keep talking about it, but that ain't me. That's for damn sure. Nah. Absolutely not. I'd bleed and cry. And do it again. Anything else you would like the collective to know? Six of Swords reversed. Damn right that's Six of Swords reversed. You damn right that's Six of Swords reversed. You better walk away from the Empress. You ain't coming anywhere near them. Ain't coming anywhere near them. Ten of Pentacles. Exactly. Ain't nobody coming near Empress energy in the upright with her Ten of Pentacles. You better back the fuck up. They in jail. I'm literally feeling with this Six of Swords reversed. That's jail energy. I am feeling jail. So if they did this to you and they already do shit that's illegal, all right. I guess that's the tower that needs to happen then. Karma can hit. Look, energy don't fucking discriminate. Karma don't give a shit. Two of swords. Fuck that. Double strength, we busting their ass. Two swords, double strength. What's really good? We cutting the shit. You going to jail. This person's going to jail. Mm-hmm. I've seen it too. I've seen it. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Someone thinks they got away doing something this fucking awful. And they turn around and they just get pulled over and they go to jail for 20 years or something simple. Unrelated. Simple. Hey, problem solved. Justice was served. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Hell no, I don't. What was that? For someone, there's indictments coming. That won't be for everyone, but for someone, yeah. There's something that was done in the past, and it's coming to light, and they're getting hit with the books, and it's gonna fucking hurt because it's unexpected. Yeah. It's over. You're done. You're out of here, bud. You're gonna use your freedom on God's green earth to do this to an empress? Okay. Then you're losing that privilege. You're losing the privilege of walking out here on grass with sun above your head. Fuck that. We gonna put you in a box. You want to treat Empress like a fucking animal. All right, then. Go be an animal, then. Ten Swords. I'm feeling imprisonment. Like, strong. And, like, for some of you, this is going to happen out of something that's, like, they're going to get caught with something. And if someone else has a previous history with, like, they've already got, like, criminal history, or they have gotten in trouble with not just law, but perhaps even, like, I don't know, child protective services or some shit like that. I'm feeling a few different timelines. Someone's getting pulled over and shit's being found on them. Someone's having a wellness check and they find shit in the house. Someone else is getting indicted for something that they did years ago. There ain't no statutes of limitations on a felony. I know that for a fact because I got hit with indictments years after I got my shit together. Didn't fucking matter. Didn't matter. Still had to do the time for it. It's okay, collective. Temperance energy. Temperance energy. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. They wanted you in Five of Cups? No. We're going to break it down. We're going to dismantle it. Mm-hmm. Ain't no reason for that shit on you. We're going to dismantle that Five of Cups. You're going to be in the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups instead. This fucking piece of work. All right. There's another energy in this, and I think I'm going to save that for another fucking, I don't know. I might have to say that. Save it. Save it for another reading. So I feel it. It's nasty. This message got out, though. You prayed for a miracle, and it's coming. There's going to be some harsher energies that come out after this. I feel it. I want to talk about some of that shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of that shit they be doing. We going to talk about it. And then the tower's going to fucking happen because the truth is out. And you got success in the situation. And everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay for you and your loved ones. Yeah. Shoo. Oh my goodness. Love is fierce, y'all. Love is really fierce. It's kind of crazy sometimes how much I love people. I was not kidding about fucking breaking their teeth with my forehead and looking them in the face with the blood dripping down my eyes and telling them to say that shit again. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and leave this reading here. If you like the way that I read, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. I'll see you on the next collective message.